Australia will benefit in at least one way from America's new trade war with China. Check out the share price of an ASX company called Lynas Rare Earths. Now, rare earths are 17 silvery metals that are needed in electronics, lasers, magnets and a few other things. They're not really very rare, but China supplies about 90% of them. Well, not anymore, at least not to the United States with a big tariff coming. Step up Lynas Rare Earths, and Australia more generally. We've got lots of the stuff. As for the rest of the trade war's impact on Australia, we can expect some cheap imports from China, which will be good, or bad if it drives local manufacturers out of business. Apart from that, it's a question of what happens to the economies of our main trading partner, China, and that of the headquarters of capitalism, America. Now, the United States is facing the second largest tax increase in 50 years, and some of its industries will have to find a lot of new suppliers of important inputs. A recession in the US seems almost inevitable. Meanwhile, in China, exports have become more important since the collapse of its property sector. What happens to China from here will depend on whether it can rapidly increase domestic demand, or find other markets for its exports, or perhaps sneak stuff into the US without paying the tariffs. And that aside, China's exports to the US will go to zero unless Trump changes his mind about the tariffs. So we're likely to see a great reshaping of global trade as China looks to replace $800 billion worth of exports to America. If it can't, China will be in as much trouble as America. As for Australia, we should be okay as long as the Reserve Bank delivers the 5 consecutive rate cuts the market now expects. And we can quickly dig up more of those minerals that China ships to the US.